So guys, do you want a date night fragrance to stand out? You're not going to want to miss this video. So everybody keeps asking for the best date night fragrances. We're going to cover a few of those today that are 10 out of 10s in my book and fantastic for the occasion. Now, with a date night fragrance, you don't want to be loud. You don't want to choke out the other person. Why in the why in the heck would you want to leave that first impression as the perfume guy, the fragrance guy, the perfume girl? Yes, smell fantastic, elegant, sexy, and when you're in close encounters with that date, smell fantastic. But this list is in no particular order. I'm going to start with one of my favorites. It's soft, it's subtle, it's sweet, it's elegant, it's sophisticated, and it's from the house of Guerlain. They never miss. And that's Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Extreme. Yes, L'Homme Ideal Extreme by Guerlain. It's a plum leather, sweet yet elegant, sophisticated. Now this one's going to sit close to the skin just like most of the other fragrances in this video, but something is just very rich. Something in this just makes it smell very rich and like it's money. It's money. Fantastic stuff. I get about 8 hours performance with this fragrance. Now, again, it's going to sit closer to the skin. Fruity, sweet, yet woodsy. There might be a touch of almond, just like the rest of the Guerlain L'Homme in this lineup. Fantastic stuff. Ideally, my favorite next to the Parfum. And again, that's L'Homme Ideal Extreme by Guerlain. Now, this next one could be loud if oversprayed, but it's also one of my favorites of the line. It's kind of going to remind you of another fragrance. I think you'll know what I'm talking about, but this fragrance line is niche and pretty pricey. I only own a few from the collection because, in my opinion, only a few are worth buying or collecting. They have the note of hedione. It's supposed to be a natural pheromone, supposedly. But the fragrance we're talking about today is from Initio, and that's Initio's Narcotic Delight. Yes, Narcotic Delight, again, beast mode fragrance in the sense it's going to last a long time on your skin. It's not going to project very well, nor is it going to choke anybody out. If you go light on the sprays, 4, 5, maybe 6, around the neck, on the arms, on the chest, just like the Guerlain fragrance, you're going to stand out, be unique, smell sexy, and this is perfectly unisex. You're going to get some cherry, some booziness, some musk, just an amazing, alluring scent. It'll have your date come closer to you to get more wafts of this stuff. It is just sophistication in a bottle. It's money, baby. It's money. And one of my favorites from the line, and that's Initio's Narcotic Delight. Another great date night fragrance. Now, date's in the name, and you probably know where I'm going with this, but is it overpriced? Yeah, if you can get it on discounters, which I've been able to for $100, $110, I think it's worth it. But we're going to go Date for Men by Jeremy Fragrance. Yeah. Date for Men by Jeremy Fragrance. Think of Ultra Male, but made more elegant. Great, great stuff. Gets compliments every time I wear it. It's gonna remind you of a deeper, darker, richer, more refined version of that Ultra Male DNA. Now, it kind of does its own thing. It has more depth to it. And what I mean by more depth, it transitions more on the skin versus Ultra Male. Ultra Male is very playful and youthful. I love the DNA, and there's tons of alternatives out there for that DNA, which we can cover in a future video. But this is fantastic stuff. Sits close to the skin, isn't going to be a loud projecting fragrance, which you want. I go 3-4 sprays on this. Perfect for date nights and special occasions, in my opinion. And one of his best from the line, even though it's redundant to other fragrances, I truly enjoy it. And again, it's in the name. Date for Men by Fragrance One. And then possibly probably one of the best date night iris fragrances in the game. I couldn't truly enjoy a few years ago what this fragrance was about. It was very off-putting to me. But now there's a note in here that's my favorite note of all time. and that's the note of iris, and this is Dior Homme Parfum. Yes, Dior Homme Parfum, not the new Parfum 2025. Now, I do enjoy that fragrance itself. It's sitting right next to me. It's a cleaned up version of Dior Homme Intense, the new Parfum. This one, it's a bit more resinous, deeper, darker, richer. Every time I smell this, I imagine myself in a suit, period. One of the best date night fragrances. I go light on the trigger, 3 to 4 sprays on this. You're not going to choke anybody out. It's going to sit close to the skin depending on the sprays. Keep in mind, depending on the sprays. But Compliment Monster, Beast Mode, performance, 8+ hours on skin, but again, it's going to sit closer to the skin. Fantastic for a night out date, dinner date, walking around in the park, whatever you might be doing. But again, that's from the House of Dior, one of their masterpieces, and that's Dior Homme Parfum. Now, I have to admit, Dior Homme Parfum and Date for Men, very hard to find. And shame on me. I should be giving you recommendations, easy to find, affordable, and niche that you can basically find anywhere. But in the next spot, amazing fragrance, love it. And it's readily available at most discounters, super affordable, super cheap, and it's from the House of Montblanc, and I've used it on several occasions, and that's Montblanc's Explorer. Yes, Montblanc Explorer, either people are going to agree with me on this fragrance or roast me in the comments, but citrus woods, kind of like that Aventus DNA without the pineapple. Awesome stuff. For the first 3 hours, moderate sillage just to engulf the area, the close encounters you might be in, but not choking anyone out with this fragrance. It's fantastic stuff. I love it. I'm going to give it a spray in the air. Every time I wear this, I get compliments. Every single time. Compliment beast. Now, compliments are subjective, guys. Wearing a fragrance doesn't guarantee you compliments. I'm just telling you my experiences. But you're going to get the woods, the citrus, elegant, masculine, and for the price point, 30, 40 bucks, it smells richer than it really is. Great date night fragrance. Highly recommend on the channel. Been recommending on my channels. And again, that's Montblanc's Explorer. I'm going to give you another cheaper recommendation for date nights. Niche isn't affordable for everyone, but this one you can find on most discounters for 25, 30 bucks. Great for date nights. It's got that kind of La Nuit de l'Homme YSL DNA, but with a twist. And that's Halloween Man Shot. Yes, not X, not mystery, Halloween Man Shot. Cardamom iris, just a magnetic scent. Now for date nights, perfect. You're gonna get about 6 hours longevity, anywhere from that 4 to 6 hour mark in my experience. Smells fantastic, elegant, clean, fresh, masculine. It's gonna help you stand out from the rest of the crowd, get compliments, and whoever's sitting next to you is gonna notice you. But again, that's Halloween Man Shot. And the next fragrance, not Creed Aventus. And this next one, great date night fragrance, especially for this upcoming spring and summer. It takes an aquatic DNA and adds some ambery tones to it to darken it up. And that's from the house of Giorgio Armani, and that's Acqua di Gio Profondo Parfum. Yes, Profondo Parfum takes that original Acqua di Gio DNA, adds an aquatic tone to it, takes out more of the greens, makes it very fresh, aquatic, blue in the sense, and adds kind of a fresh ambery nuance that darkens it up at the base. Fantastic stuff. One of my favorite flankers from the Acqua di Gio lineup. Fantastic for date nights in spring and summer, in my opinion. Actually, all these you could wear in spring, summer, but this one specifically, awesome stuff for a date night. Mid-level pricing, you can find it on most discounters for about $80 to $90 for the big bottle. And another fantastic, sexy, alluring fragrance to stand out and make a great first impression on a date. And then again, that's Acqua di Gio Profondo Parfum by Armani. And this next fragrance, perfectly unisex in my opinion. 10 out of 10, 1-to-1 close to the original DNA, and it's one from French Avenue. It's perfect. Perfectly unisex, date nights, special occasions, close encounters, and that's got to be Spectre's Ghost. Yes, French Avenue Fragrance World's Spectre Ghost. Basically that Ani DNA, great atomizer. Creamy vanilla, citrus, but not too citrusy. Again, it's perfectly unisex. It's going to last about 6 to 8 hours on your skin, but again, sit closer to the skin, which you want for a date night fragrance. Amazing stuff, unbelievable, a 10 out of 10, and shocked when this came out. Absolutely stunned and shocked. I had to pick up a bottle. And again, that's French Avenue's Spectre Ghost. Oh, and by the way, on most discounters, you can usually find this for about 30, 40 bucks, super affordable and super easy to find. But guys, those are a ton of different price points for great date night fragrances, in my opinion, that are 10 out of 10s and absolutely stunning. Now, with all these fragrances, I get about 6 to 8 hours performance, but they do sit closer to the skin for a more intimate wearing experience. Now, they're not going to be beast mode projecting, at least when I wear them. You might get a different experience, but if you love today's content and just love fragrance, cologne, perfume related content in general, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, comment down below your favorite date night fragrance. I'm curious to know which one's gotten you the most compliments. But until next time, stay clean, stay fresh, and remember, as always, the world is yours. We'll talk soon.